Cek, tes. Hari-hari, guys. Tiba nge-lag anjir, gara-gara tadi buka event web. Nggak terang aja. Ya, gimana caranya, bro? Apa ya, musik apa ya? Ada. Ini ada konser. Masih lama juga kan? Jadi hari ini guys tadi guys. Aneh cu.
けど
Sumpah guys ya.
夢は
Tadi
無
tadi
意味だ
tadi
なんて
sumpah
言えないで
jadi
しょ
ininya pakai hardware.
喜び
Ini
も
jadi kambuh lagi.
悲しみ
Kalau
も
pakai hardware aja.
短くて曖昧だけどあなたの心の中に残ってあなたと共に咲くわありがとうひとときの夢を共に過ごしてくれてそれじゃおやすみなさい
Masih lama guys, jam 7 aja. Deng. Hari bansos. Buka Genshin deh. Habis.
ドレミファソテスト完了やっぱり私の声が素敵ねあらもうすぐ
Sorry
時
guys,
間なのに
biasa cuy.
どうしてまだ眠って
Hari-hari
るの 起きて起きてよ本番が始まるわ私のコンサートを見逃したりしないわよねそうでしょ
Semoga ya, semoga nih, semoga. Raiden
私たちの間
Raiden
に
sih
ど
udah
う
fix
して
clearan
様
ya,
子が
cuma
あるの
sebelahnya bagusan dikit
邪魔よ
pengen
ね
ya,
なくしましょ
pengen ya. Tapi nggak tahu. Hoyoverse tidak sebaik itu guys.
下がって。ようこそ高潔で純真な魂。これはあなたのための音楽の夢。気に入った？
ようこそと
あ
思うよ。
なたが目を覚ます前に一緒に旅をしましょう。旅のスタートはまず自己紹介から。花のように美しい少女、あのケビンと同じように有名な復讐王、つまり私、神河の命のエリシア。
Lancar banget guys, ini udah pakai latensi. Oh, pakai lo latensi biar bisa interaksi aja. Nah ini bikin penasaran nih ininya guys, banner itu tuh rerun karena apa anjir? Baru itu tuh kalau nggak salah rerunnya udah sekali sih, udah lama, udah berapa kali? Yo yang nggak punya Raiden gas gacha sih guys. Karakter wajib gacha sih harusnya kalau yang punya Raiden. Belum punya. Kalau yang udah punya ngejar engulfing. Atau ngomong kalau mau damage kejar C2 atau C3. Marcellus nih ya. Tapi emang dari sononya guys. Ya bikin penasaran tuh banner sampingan Raiden dulu dah guys. Kalau banner itu udah fix sama Skara sih, win-win soal itu benar. Ya matiin guys.
私って欲張りですね。
Tuh pakai latensi normal sekarang aman ya. Ya ini stream. Apa tuh guys? Replay soalnya jam 7.
刀は技を支え、匠は宝を有す。これは英傑と呼ばれた人々の話。13人の失意者が経験した未完の旅。人生は結局空夢みたいなものだよ。人生というのは失敗を経て成功するものです。見て、私たちの色、ここに残ってるよ。ヘミ、あなたを食べちゃうわよ。長い国、極光は常に切に真が断裂。心一つで存在し、意識一つ
Semoga internet tidak buff guys. Kalau buff kayak udah.
刀は技を支え、匠は宝を有す。噛み合う歯車と喝采よ。時が残り続け、星々が永遠に輝きますように。私が哀愁の城に入る。これほど美しい花は咲く前に枯れるべきじゃない。
この世界はもう救えないと。それでも僕たちはヒーローにならなければならない。
刀はお茶と同じく丁寧に味わってこそ本来の趣がわかるものです。
Jadi keren anjir. Oh, storynya sekarang asal clear all action apa eksistensi void aja nama ininya. Subtitles. Tadi flash. Oh, udah sudah mulai nih. Belum. Ah, jam 7 guys, belum mulai aja. Oh, bentar. Oh, udah mulai.
What am I doing? Well, obviously I'm here scouting out the place. I've been investigating the area and I've already figured out all the plans for the event. Of course, I can tell you all the details. We're practically family. I'm Max Middleman, and this is the Genshin Impact version 3.3 special program. Let's roll the version 3.3 trailer.
A friendly word of advice. Test of courage events tend to give rise to a variety of strange rumors and stories. So please, be sure to exercise caution.
Ah! How was that? Were you scared? Who goes there?
So, is there really a ghost around here? Why does Paimon have a feeling that it's staring right at us?
Are you talking to me?
Ini gua masuk lupa.
Jester, I have
Nama,
completed
guys.
the task you
Jadi
gave.
kalau orang di YouTube ganti nama kadang
From this day forth, Balladeer and Kabuki Mono
ganti nama
will
mulu.
cease
Jangan ganti nama ya guys, ganti nama sekali lupa guys semua.
to exist.
Did you really think you would be able to see through my plan?
Dottore. Dottore! In that case, I'll take some time for myself now.
Oh ya, jangan pernah perintah.
Squall and Fury!
Allah.
You dare to gaze upon me?
Halo masih bansos. Wih,
Dare to mess with me?
kita mirip sini sama mirip si apa? Yatsune Miku anjir deh.
Too late for regret.
Nestingless aja. Duh, ngelak-ngelak
Fun with this gift.
Scaramouche, the mere fact of your utility does not make you indestructible.
Nah, Scaramouche. Wonder. Itu bansos yang pertama nih. 8A RA U6 FN BN PV 8 RA U6 FN BN PV. Itu gas bansos pertama aja. Batasnya sampai jam 11. Jam 11 malam ini. Nggak pada redeem cuy. Delapan ARA U6 FN BN Pevina. Jangan lupa di redeem guys, jadi redeem guys.
Hey everyone, and welcome to the Genshin Impact version
Tumben
3.3
Lumin
special
nanya biasanya si
program.
Ed.
I'm your host, Sarah Miller-Cruz, the voice of Lumine in Genshin Impact. And today, I'm joined by...
Max, the one and only middleman, voice of the one and only Arataki Ito.
And I'm Patrick Pedraza, voice of the Wanderer. But up until now, travelers have only known me as Scaramouche, and everyone's been battling me in the game lately.
Yeah, that's true. But, to be fair, it's a really cool fight.
It's a really cool fight.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, I'm super excited to have the chance to share some upcoming content with everyone. What did you all think about that trailer?
Okay, so I definitely saw Irminsul in there, and I am really excited to find out more about it.
Yeah, that trailer had everything. It had everything. It had action. It had drama. It was lighthearted in places, but it was dramatic.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm just super stoked for everyone to see Scaramouche's, backstory. I'm super excited about it for real.
Heck yeah.
Well, speaking of that, following the story's development, Scaramouche is still in Nahida's custody. So I bet the question everyone's wanting to know is how he'll become the Wanderer.
Yeah, for sure. And there's quite a story behind that. If you're interested, then be sure to play through the Archon Quest interlude chapter in
quest
version
baru,
of
guys.
Genesis.
Quest baru ini.
There is
New
so much to
quest
learn in
dari
this quest,
Wanderer.
so I hope everyone checks it out.
Oh, come on, man. You can't just leave everyone hanging like that. How about some hints? Come on, please. Please.
All right. How can I
Yes.
say no to a cute chibi Ito?
You can't.
Here's a little preview from the quest.
We ran into two people at the academia today talking about an essay. Turns out their topic was about the Tatarasuna incident. From what they were saying, it sounded like lots of Tatarasuna's history is still unexplained. And most of the information we have now is just from people filling the gaps with their imagination. At least that's what they thought.
Well, they guessed right about one thing. Tatarasuna was sabotaged.
Oh, man.
Pretty rad.
Wait, why are you talking about Tatarasuna?
I guess we'll have to see.
Trailernya sih
It
mantap
is
sih.
interesting, though, to see the Traveler, Nahida, and Scaramouche all together so peacefully like that.
Yeah, but in this interlude chapter, Nahida will task the Traveler and Paimon with keeping an eye on Scaramouche while we go with him into Irminsul in search of some information.
Oh, interesting. So obviously Nahida must have some reason for deciding to keep Scaramouche around.
Oh, yeah, totally. And I'm liking Scaramouche's new style. Ooh, dude's looking sharp.
Heck yeah, always. Nah, right. And at this point, he's known by a completely different name, the Wanderer. I love that name.
Okay, so I know I'm not the only one who's curious about what happened. I mean, it looks like he's really changed a lot.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm afraid that's all we can show for now. Travelers will have to experience the story for themselves in-game. I mean, it's better to explore the storyline without too many spoilers, right?
True.
Yeah, I guess you're right. Okay, we'll leave the rest for travelers to discover themselves.
Penasaran sama bannernya guys.
The Wanderer is also going to be a new playable
Oh,
character
mau
in version
dijelasin ininya,
3.3.
elemental
So
bersama
let's
skill
talk
gimana
about that.
gameplay.
I'm sure many of our viewers are curious about his talents.
Heck yeah, sure thing. Let's have a look at the Wanderer in combat. There's no need to exchange pleasantries. It's rather pathetic to force a conversation just to occupy silence. The wind rises.
Ini sih yang bikin OP guys, elemental skillnya yang bikin OP.
Bow your head.
Buset dah.
All right, Patrick, you're up. Help introduce the Wanderer for us.
Sure thing. The
Sini,
Wanderer is a
Silahkan.
catalyst user
Mereka
and
kenapa
has
bisa
an
dibilang
animal
dia
vision, so he uses wind blades to
Coba rotasi awalnya.
perform ranged normal attacks.
Wait a second, wind blades?
Not the same as the Traveler's wind blade, though.
Okay.
So, as everyone probably already noticed, the Wanderer can hover in the air when he
Oh,
casts
hebat
his elemental
skillnya bisa
skill.
terbang
Upon
aja.
using his elemental skill, he will first deal AoE damage before leaping into the air and entering a hovering state. So, while hovering, the Wanderer's normal and charge attacks will be converted into Kugo Fushudan and Kugu Tofukai,
Ini
respectively.
mah
The
spiral
damage they
besok
deal
spiral
under
dia
AoE
mau
will be
OP guys
increased.
Wanderer mah.
Their damage will be considered normal and charge attack damage, respectively. Also,
Soalnya-
Kugu Tofukai will not consume stamina, and he can remain hovering for a certain
Oh
duration.
iya, aku lupa reaction ini bisa di buff sama reaction lain guys, ada
But
ininya.
he can't stay hovering
Kalau dia masuk sama
forever.
reaction lain ada
While
ininya kok.
hovering, the
Kayak elektro
Wanderer
apa-apa.
constantly consumes Kuguryoku points to maintain his hovering
Oh ya,
state,
ada energinya
which is
tuh.
the blue meter
Ini sebelah
you see
kanan.
on the screen. Even if he doesn't move or attack, hovering will still consume Kuguryoku points.
Okay.
Hebat ini
So
mah guys,
this
bisa
mechanic
dua kali
works a
bisa dua
little
kali
differently
terbang
than
aja
our
satu
typical
pakai glider
stamina
satu lagi pakai
There are
skill.
many possible actions the Wanderer can perform while hovering in the air, which all rely
Normal
on
attack-nya,
Kuguryoku
ini
points
skill.
rather than stamina. So, for example, sprinting mid-air will consume additional Kuguryoku points to accelerate mid-air, and holding the
Keren sih
sprint
ininya.
button will cause persistent point consumption to maintain speed. So, this effect will replace his default sprint. Jumping expends extra Kuguryoku points to
Sih
increase
skillnya sih
hovering
guys, apa yang
height.
bikin OP itu
Holding jump will
elemental
cause
bersama
persistent
gitu, yang
Kuguryoku
bisa
point
emang
consumption
semua reaction-nya
to
bisa
keep
masuk guys.
increasing hovering height. Of course, running out of points will end his hovering state.
Oh, okay. So travelers will need to plan their actions
Ya ini
while
bisa kena
hovering.
reaction lain guys, kena reaction lain OP
So, with his talent, Jade Claim Flower, when casting his elemental skill, if it contacts Hydro, Pyro, Cryo, or Electro, that instance of the skill will receive a corresponding buff effect depending on which element was contacted. So, for example, increasing his Kuguryoku points cap, attack,
Nah,
crit rate,
freeze.
or restoring a set amount of
Mengganti
energy
tim
upon
freeze
hitting
nggak dia,
opponents
guys?
with a normal or charged attack. The Wanderer can have up to 2 different kinds of these buffs simultaneously.
Ooh.
Oh,
Dia
look,
tuh
check
pengen
that
kayak
out.
Raiden
Part of the
aja.
halo behind him changes color depending on the buffs you get. So
Bagus sih,
travelers
bagus
will
guys.
be able to easily understand what effects the Wanderer currently has.
I like that. It's helpful and still looks really cool.
Yeah.
So
sini
after
sih, sama
unlocking
Wanderer
another
ini sih.
talent, Gales of Reverie, when the Wanderer is in the hovering state, if his normal or charged attack